Well, come the spring, we're all dying and desperate to get our seeds in and get sowing and planting. But before you do, there's a couple of things to think about. Firstly, is the soil too wet, and is it warm enough? This is really wet. It's had a lot of rain on it, and I shouldn't even be standing on it really. So if you've had a lot of rain lately, let it drain before you start sowing. Rule of thumb, if it sticks to your boots, then it's too wet, or if it sticks to your spade, it's too wet to cultivate, and you should stay off of it really. The other thing is temperature. Two things you can do there. You can either drop your trousers and sit on the soil, and if it's uncomfortable and you find yourself jumping up again, then it's too cold. I'm not going to do that today. You'll be very relieved to know. The more civilised way of doing it is to invest in a soil thermometer, which is only a few quid from the garden centre, and you won't get arrested when you use this either. Put the soil thermometer in the ground, leave it overnight, and it should be at least really 7 degrees before you think about sowing anything. This is still only 4, so we're a little way off yet. So if I do any sowing of veggies at the moment, it's going to be in trays in the greenhouse or putting them in a cold frame where a little bit warmer and some nice compost, and then planting them out. So I should be delaying sowing any veg now until that reads about 7 degrees. And really they're the main ways to tell if it's ready to sow or plant. Other than that, you're better off waiting. And don't worry about waiting. I know the seed packet might say sow in February, March. If you sow a little bit later, if the weather just forces you to sow a bit later, that's fine, and everything will catch up. It really will. By the time you get into the summer, it really won't matter, and you'll be harvesting hardly any later than if you'd sown early. And if you sow while your soil's too wet, the seeds will just sit there, and the chances are they'll just rot rather than coming up. So don't be frightened to hang on, ignore the seed packets for a while, and wait until the soil's warm enough and until it's dry enough to cultivate.